rolling through the woods where the shadows dance, chasing wild dreams, taking every chance. With a friend named Bigfoot, side by side we roam, outlaws of the forest, this place feels like home. Join the gang, it's a wild ride. Bigfoot Outlaw, living free and bold, chasing wild dreams, never growing old. We run with the wolves under the silver sky. With a friend named Bigfoot, we'll never say goodbye. Memories that we can't forget, laughing under the stars, no signs of regret. With stories to tell and the moon as our guide, Bigfoot's my brother, in this life we confide. Raise a toast, let's celebrate.
Hello there, Angela. How are you doing this evening?
Doing really well. Doing great.
Well, hello there, Brandon Cooper. Welcome. A little twisted. Everybody's starting to come in on this Monday evening, nice and cold. So how have you been?
Been very good. I have a lot of things going on. Had a lot of more spirit communication coming through, stronger, more auditory, more visual things, more communication and dreams. I told you, like, I think the last weekend I met I met a few friends that had since passed from my childhood had came to me in dreams, and one of them informed me that they had passed, and then a neighbor of mine who had passed came through. So I've had more spirit showing me things and more past stuff coming through, and it's like a sampler of all the little past lives that are kind of coming through. And I keep dreaming of this hotel over again, this luxury hotel, which is actually a hotel that's actually exists in California. And some of it is coming through. Some portions of that hotel is actually coming through with memories of a past life or in a castle that I actually lived in, and some portions of that hotel appear in my dream with parts of the actual castle in it. It's very interesting, and I'm meeting angels, and I've had some angels come to me and talk to me about the struggles of this life, and he handed me everything down in written form, and he said, "Look, how all this was necessary, and how all this is interconnected, and how all of this was for your benefit." So we kind of look at the unpleasant things in our life as horrible to go through, but they're sometimes very necessary for our own growth and development.
Right.
It's nice to have an angel come and show you that and teach you that and put it in such a way that you can kind of get the 1,000-foot view of your own life too.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. No, it is. It really is. So we have been working on some stuff too. We went ahead and, like we were talking in the green room, we are starting to offer aura photography, and we're also going to offer aura pet photography. See if I can get this in line here so where you can see it. Angela, what is aura photography? What can you describe that?
It's we all emit energy, and from my understanding, aura photography, it is looking at your biofield and picking up the colors and wavelengths that are in your biofield. And of course, each color is a different wavelength of light, and each color is associated with a different chakra, a different objective. And I find that when looking at auras, there are different types of auras. There's aura energy that relates to just your physical well-being, and there's auric energy that is associated with your soul and with your mind and spirit. And these are all different types of auras, and we all and our auras interact with each other and influence one another. So if you're with a friend or you're with a loved one, that their aura is going to influence your aura. And sometimes I've seen auras join up and join together, particularly husband and wife, like they actually literally share their auras together. And it's tremendous to learn, because when I was seeing auras, I found that like certain patterns, for example, if I saw a lot of red or very close to the skin, red light around the skin, I knew that person was athletic. And depending where I saw that red color, I knew they either used their hands a lot, or maybe it was just around their legs. And in one case, I saw a father and daughter had a lot of red really close in on their body. And I said, and I got this sense of athleticism, like, you work out a lot, and like you actually play a lot. You play sports a lot. And I said, yes, we both played basketball, and they're both were into basketball as a competitive sport. I've seen auras that have been drained with holes in them just because they've been under a lot of stress. I've seen that. And I saw people that have neurological diseases will typically have a spear appear over their head that is brown in color. And people with circulation problems, I will see a brown mist around their bodies where that circulation issues are, like around the legs and the feet. People that have circulation issues. And the colors of the aura can really tell you a lot about a person, about their health, their well-being, and even kind of where they're at right now psychologically and on their life path. There's a lot to be gained from seeing the colors and the patterns. There's also patterns in the aura. It's not just color, but patterns too.
Yeah, we're also going to be doing pet auras too. We're also going to be doing animals. So it's going to be real interesting, and we're going to be traveling across the United States. We actually got booked every month in Ashland, Kentucky, at a metaphysical store in Kentucky. So we're going to be doing that monthly, and we're going to be at Midwest Paracon in April for 3 days at their event. And we're also booking other events as we speak across the country. And we're offering this healing and other metaphysical as well. But it's very interesting because our system does it live, where we can place your hand on the plate and we can read you live and show you what your body is sending out, the energy, and what your body is receiving in. So your output and input, because your aura does change with
Yes.
thoughts, with you being positive, negative. If you're in love or if you're depressed. So it's very interesting. And our reporting system breaks down all your chakras in your body and tells you a lot about what Angela talks about, your health. If you have blockages, what you need to work on, what needs to change in your life. It's the top line model that's out there on the market. However, it's awesome. So
Yes.
it's going to be interesting. So if you're watching and you want us at your store or at your event, our email for this is getauraphoto@gmail.com. That's getauraphoto@gmail.com. Actually, Nilda, we're actually looking at New York and New Jersey as we speak to coming up there. So we're actually booking out our whole year as we speak. So I will be posting stuff on Facebook and everything. Mary gets her aura photograph taken every year, and she went back to 2016, and she was showing me the different photographs. She's got her headphones on, or I would holler at her. Let me mute. I just holler at her because I like to get her report to show you. But maybe throughout the show, when she walks by, I can. A little twisted. It was. It's a heck of an investment, but it's worth it because she does energy healings and so forth. So it's something that it's really worthwhile to actually do. But let's see what the next picture is. But the reports, it shows you your yin and yang. It shows your mind, body, and spirit. It shows you your energy level. I mean, I cannot even go through everything. I mean, I think it prints out up to a 52-page report. Look at Lori. She says, I'll text you. I mean, I think Lori, I just found out, is going to have a psychic party at her house. And we're going to set up at her house and do it. I'm open to that for people. Oh, yeah, a little twisted. It's very interesting. A 3D model. I can take your body upside down, twist it, flip it, a little twist it. Be nice. We don't have a tow truck in here. But anyways, but you know, I said good things are coming. Hey, Jackie, nice to see you. But it is, and we're working on a lot of things. Uh, Hello, Colleen. Nice to see you. It is very interesting. If you never had one done, uh, I'd like to do one on a person and do an energy healing and have Mary or somebody like Angela do an energy healing and do the aura again and show you the complete difference on how your aura changes. Can I see your report on yours? Let me show you on a system that's a little different than ours. It's an older system, which is nothing wrong with it. And while she digs that up, I'll show you what an actual. Hey, Nikki Stone, nice to have you there, buddy. I miss you. Let me see. Here's one of her pictures. Let me turn off my camera here in my background. But here's one of her pictures on one of her aura photos. And this is Mary's. This is her colors. And she's very lucrative about chakras and colors. And here is her body aura. And then it comes with the report. It breaks down the different chakras, the meanings, the blockage. See how her aura around her body and everything. But it's very fascinating. It really is. And like I said, if you never have one done and you're at an event that has one, Yeah, Nelda, it is. It's very fascinating because it tells you a lot about yourself and a lot of stuff that's hidden that needs to be worked on, that some people don't want to face. What was really weird, Angela, you knew that I used to see auras, and it
Mm-hmm.
scared me because when I first started seeing them, I thought my eyes were going bad because I would see these colors, and I'm like, "What's wrong with my eyes?" And you and
Right.
Kelly Joe were like, "That's auras," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean? What do you mean they're auras?" Because I would see yellows, golds, I would see pinks, I would see blues, just like those pictures, and it scared me. And but it is, Jackie. It's a cool pick. And when you put your hand on the plate, all these sensors and whatever reads it in the camera when it takes the picture, the aura camera. It's very fascinating. And then you have us or Angela or somebody with abilities that reads it and goes over the report with you. We can either print the report or email the report, but it's just fascinating. It really is.
Right.
Yeah,
And
Jack
I
says
do do
her
aura, like
youngest,
aura. Yeah.
her oldest son saw auras, and it scared the hell
Mm,
out of me. And
right.
I
Right.
think Kelly Joe told me, I think it scared me so bad, I think I put a block up to it. Now, every once in a while, if I meditate, Angela, uh, I can see auras. If I meditate real hard, I can see auras, but it's real fuzzy and very light. So, yes.
For me, for auras, I'm going to shut my phone down so there's no echo here for some reason. It's still echoing, but um, the for me for auras, for me to maintain that
Oh,
seeing
as we're
auras and seeing
talking,
them
ladies and
clearly.
gentlemen, go and put your name in the hat for ratings and so forth. And as we're talking, I'll put you in line. Sorry, I meant to make that announcement. Or sorry, Angela, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So one of the things how you can train somebody to use auras, or if you're already seeing auras and you want to see them clearer, or maybe you only see them once in a while, is to take a crystal and look into the crystal and then look around the crystal. Just let your eyes go out of focus. Just do that for a few minutes every day or every night at about the same time. You'll start to see energy. And the reason why I say crystals, because crystals have an extremely stable aura. It's not going to change, right? Because of their crystalline structure, and particularly quartz crystal, but anything that's in the quartz and spar family, that would be a fluorite, cellulite, anything like that that's slightly clear, look through that. You can look at stones, different colored stones, and look at it that way. You can look at plants, but I like the clear crystals or even the more colorful crystals, but you should be able to see still light through it, and you'll see the aura, and then you will actually train your mind to see auras. Just relax and just see whatever color comes through, and
And
it
just
will
like
actually help.
Nikki said, same thing. And that's a good way to, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
And you
And
can.
yeah, and no, you're totally right. Hey, Natalie, welcome to the show.
And
Natalie
who would
says
like?
there's a great book by Ted Andrews on how might train themselves to oars. Mine came naturally. And like I said, I thought my eyesight was going because it just one day it happened. And I was like, my eyes are going bad. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I didn't tell anybody because I just thought my eyes were acting up. So, but every once in a while, if I meditate, I'm in a calm state. I can see auras, but they're not as bright and vivid like they were. But I can see, like you said, the fuzzy outline and in light colors.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah,
And some
absolutely.
spirits, I was able to, at one location, the only way I could see was a spirit there, is I could see the aura of the spirit. It was like an outline around it. I could see its
Right.
aura in the room. And it was so strong and it was so clear. Like even in the dark, I could see it in the dark and knew exactly in the room where it was.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you, now I used to and I can sometimes when I scan a room, like on investigation, I can see the disruption. How the energy field
Yeah, you
shimmers.
see the disruption, and you see like a
Disruption.
shimmer, like a
They
shimmer
did.
of the
I made
heat
my
off
own
of a
word
road.
again, didn't
Yes, yes, he did. Like the shimmer
I?
of
I
the
did.
heat off the road. It's like that heat shimmer, like you
Right,
see the
right.
wave.
And I can tell there's a spirit there because of the energy field.
Hmm.
So, but that comes and goes too. But once again, I have to be in a calm state. I have to be relaxed. I can't be amped or anything like that, and I can't be on Mountain Dew. I can't be jacked on caffeine. But anyways, yeah. All right, make sure to put your names in. Natalie, a little twisted. Call Laney if you want a reading by Angela. I may piggyback. I feel like riding the pony tonight. But who knows? But no, it's interesting. So absolutely. Uh, let's see here. Lori, I finally got to meet Lori and her
Yeah.
granddaughter, and they came over, and Mary did a healing on them, uh, and with crystals and Reiki, and they had some good results. All right, Natalie, got you down there, and it was interesting to see what happened. And I'm not saying every time there's going to be 100% results, right?
Right.
But they had some really good results, and it's by the power of God, and it's how we do things by the Spirit of God, only through God, through the higher light and power of light. So,
Right. And when you do these, when you do the aura photography, you come to somebody like me, because your guides will tell you what colors that you actually need to incorporate if your aura, if you're depleted in something. So I usually ask guides, what colors should we bring into your aura to help with healing? And they'll tell me the colors or colors that need to be brought in. And those angels that are the guardians of those colors will bring in those specific colors.
yes,
Right.
yes,
And then you could
absolutely,
have those
yeah,
colors brought in,
see,
and then have another aura photography to see the difference.
right, yeah, absolutely. Even Lori said Mary was amazing. And the only thing that we do is through the power of grace of God. So it's not us,
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely. Nilda is the Saturday event I'm going to. Help find me the answers I'm looking for. Okay, Nilda, I got you in line. That's super interesting. Colleen says it is interesting because,
Mm-hmm.
if you never had a energy healing session and a cleansing, a lot of people do not believe in that stuff. It's not witchcraft, okay? Because we do it by the power of grace of God, and it's all
Mm-hmm.
spiritual. It's not witchcraft. But a lot of people don't believe in that stuff, and it's frequency, and it's using the crystals and Reiki. She's a Reiki master. Uh, I wasn't a firm believer in that stuff years ago either, but you look at vibrations, you look at crystals, and everything. That stuff really does work.
Right. And there
People.
are colors that we can't even see either. And that
Yeah,
these are
it's
rays, that these are named colors that we can't see.
well,
That
Angela, does the power of prayer work?
absolutely 100%.
So, people don't believe in that, but the power of prayer does work. So, like a little twisted just says, it's forgotten knowledge. It
Mm-hmm.
is. It really is. Yeah. Thank you, Colleen. It's not witchcraft. It's people, and Mary would tell you she's been anointed by God years ago to be able to have the ability to do that, and she's been blessed by God. And she'll tell you it's not her. And when something
Right.
does happen to the positive, and people thank her, she's like, "Don't thank me, thank God."
Mm-hmm.
God, it's by God's grace. It's not me. So, and that's
Exactly.
very important. But yeah, it's not witchcraft. And when I
Okay,
hear
so
people talk like that, it's sad.
yeah, exactly. Who's first up?
All right. What's up, Scott? Yeah, Nelda, I'll keep you posted. First up in line is Pamela. How you doing, Pamela? Long time no see here, dear. I sure do miss you. Hopefully, all is well. Pamela has
Okay.
got some very good energy tonight. I noticed that when I clicked on her name. That's good to hear, Pam. Hopefully, all's well.
Okay, so Pamela, the first rune I got for you, this is Gabo, which is gift. This rune is telling me to have faith, to keep pushing forward. The first rune, or the second rune I got is Rytho. So Rytho, this is Odin's chariot wheel that's going across the sky. This is the sun. This is the journey of the sun, the course of a day. But it's also a journey of honor, a right honor. And this journey says, this rune is actually telling me that your soul is on the right path and you're determined to stay on the right path, of the right of honor, on the path of honor. And the last rune I got this is Manos, but this is upside down. This is the Bifrost Bridge. When it's presented to me upside down, this rune is telling me there's going to be challenges to your faith where it feels like you're blind and like everything's is in chaos and you can't find your way through it. But understand that this is a test for you and you are meant to hold on to your faith and meant to hold on to that trust. You will get through it. And of course, I just want to just pull one room to see what's on the other side of this for you. And I feel like this is job related. I feel like this is a challenge that you're meant to overcome. But when I pull up the last room, just asking what's on the other side of this, this is Tiwaz. This means victory. This means success. This means honor. And I feel like after you go through this difficult time, on the other side of that, know that there's recognition from you. Okay, there's recognition for you. It's like you'll be held in high honor and house esteem. Like, wow, you really came through that. Sort of like a soldier that it displays exemplary bravery on the battlefield for just being there in the battle and going through it in despite of all the chaos and the terrible things and making it through and still making it home and still finishing the mission. It's a similar type of experience for you that's coming up, but no, it's a test. Hang on to your faith, endure. You come up victorious in the end.
Absolutely. She's got a lot of good things coming this year in 2025. Hey, Brittany. How you doing, dear? Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. All right, next up, Natalie.
All right, Natalie. I'm drawn to these runes for Natalie, so let's take a look here. So the very first rune I have for Natalie, this is Ing, or Ingwas. This is the earth. This is the male nature, fertility, seeds, growth, also the household, protection, stability. What I got on here is I'm actually feeling a very stable position, like you're very stable in life. I'm being shown that. A lot of protection around you. And it feels like what I'm seeing here is like flowers and things. Like I see growth happening around you and in a very protective environment. The next rune I have is Langoose. So Langoose is the rune of growth. This is also water. This is flow. What I'm seeing is, again, growth, tremendous growth happening. And it feels like in all areas of life, it's like every little area of life you experience a little bit more growth, a little bit more progress. And it's amazing. That's what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing is an incredibly giant tree that's prospering and with deep roots, and it's reaching towards the sun, and it's very well balanced and strong. The next rune I got is Ansus. So Ansus here, meaning speaking wisdom. And this rune also represents wisdom itself. But this one is attached to the communication. So what I get here is that you have, with all this growth, you're just letting wisdom speak through you rather than you speaking on your own wisdom. Just letting it flow through you, let that wisdom come through. If you feel prompted to speak that, please speak the wisdom that you're feeling that needs to come through and needs to be said.
Interesting. Next up, Colleen.
Colleen. Okay. Colleen. So the very first rune I got for Colleen is the rune Yura. So where we get the rune or get the word year from, it does represent 1 year, but it's also harvest. I'm getting the impression that yes, that everything that you're working for, I feel like there's been a lot of struggle. You've been working really hard to reach goals, and it feels like you're just trying to get to some place where you're stable and you can finally experience some sort of rest. Well, that's coming. That is coming shortly. Like you're going to experience that harvest, the reward for everything that you work for. It is going to come to pass. The next rune I got, this is I was. So I was is the rune of death, regeneration, and communication. And this rune is telling me is the regeneration. You will get the time to rest and to enjoy life and experience a regeneration. So you actually get to regenerate, you get to heal. You get to heal from all the exhaustion and all the work that you've been going through. You finally get that rest to recoup. And the last rune I got here is Wunya, which means joy, fresh start, new beginnings, and great joy is coming for you. Great joy. So you finally get to rest. You get to experience joy. You get to experience the full abundance that everything that you have in mind and desired is coming for you, and it's being given to you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, David, I got you in line. Hey there, Lori. I got you in line there, David. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. That is, yeah, absolutely. So that's a sign. Absolutely. All right, next up, let's see here. Jackie.
Okay, Jackie Barnes. Let's see what the runes have to say. So for Jackie, the very first rune I got is Sowilo. Sowilo is the ray of sun. It can also be a bolt of lightning. It usually means success. And what I see is sunlight. So what I'm being told, the spotlight is on you. The spotlight is on you. But it feels positive. It feels very positive. It's like you've been put in the spotlight for a reason. Okay, so all attention is on you. The next rune I got is I was. Again, this is death, communication, regeneration. What I got is communication. I'm meaning that you have a lot of information, a lot of that information that you actually can channel. It's like you could tap into something or some part of you, and the information just pours out and you know exactly what to say. And outside of that, when you try to rely on your own intellect and on your own being rather than this flow that an energy that you tap in, you kind of stumble on your words a bit and you kind of don't know how to put them together. But when you put yourself in the mindset where it's just a flow of energy, that it comes out easily and you speak masterfully in front of people when you allow this to take place. So spotlight on you. Next rune I got is Dagaz. So Dagaz is the rune of enlightenment. And what I'm getting for you is it's a continual theme of light. I mean, you have all these are, practically these are all like runes of light. So this Dagaz rune, meaning full enlightenment, is I see you becoming such a great channel communicator, like communicating this, getting into this zone where it feels like you actually have a beam of energy that you're channeling and that allows you to communicate well. And it's so good. It's like it changes your life and you're always exuding this light. It's a very positive energy and it helps bring healing to people that you talk to. It's a healing energy that you're manifesting. It's a healing energy that this is being derived from. So continue to tap into that because that definitely pushes you forward.
Interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, everything she's saying, I'm getting the same thing. So that's awesome. All right, Nilda, is the Saturday event I'm going to help me find the answers I'm looking for? I'm getting it is, but I'm also getting there's going to be a question going to be brought up. What are you getting, Angela?
Yes, it's like you're being presented with a choice. It's a tough choice. Okay, and you're going to have to make a difficult decision with what you're presented with. And it feels like there's a past life component with it. And depending on that past life, and the, it's actually presenting you that choice, which direction that you want to go, which direction are you taking your life, and you're going to have to make a decision. And it's something that it's never come up before, but when it does come up, you recognize that that has always been the question that you've always had to make a decision on, and now is the time to make that decision. That's what I'm getting. It's my impression.
Yeah. And so, okay, Lori. Okay, Minnie Mouse, I got you in line. Let's see here. Instant back, but there's the thing I'm trying to. Interesting. All right. Next up, Scott. Scott, what are you doing, Scott? Your energy's like that. All right, Scott, come on down. All right, Scott.
All right, Scott. Scott, let's see. The first rune I get, and this is rose quartz. This is a good one to check with auras too, because you see how beautiful and pink, and it does allow for light. It's a little bit translucent. So the first rune I got for you is this is Gabo. This is gift, and I'm being told that you've had a lot of trust issues. I see you going back and forth to trust, not trust, trust, not trust. I see this a lot in your relationship. It feels very rocky, and it's, do I feel safe or unsafe? Safe, unsafe. You keep going back and forth on this. The next rune I got for you is Burkana. So Burkana is protection. It's also female protection. It's also prosperity, growth. What I'm seeing is growth. I see that you struggle with it, but you've come a long way, and you need to recognize that growth. And it's growth in how you feel about yourself. Because I feel like you've had struggled with confidence, right? With trusting yourself. You have actually need to build confidence in yourself. And I feel like you've actually come a long way. And it's at the point where you have to start trusting yourself. Once you learn trusting yourself, that will extend to other people. That will extend to better judgment on your part on who to trust, who not to trust. And that becomes a building block where you continue to build better relationships in your life. The next rune I got is Othala. So Othala is the rune of DNA, family, the Orlog, collective human destiny. It's honor, and it's very feminine. So you have actually two feminine runes in a row with female energy. And it's also the rune of kingdoms, like inheritance, DNA, things of that nature. And I feel a lot of peace. I feel an incredible amount of peace wash over me when I touch this rune for you. This is telling me there's something on the other side that has a lot of peace in store for you, and the other side is actually calling out for you, and it feels female. So it feels like this is maybe the Blessed Mother herself, the Mother of Jesus, calling out for you to reach out to her in prayer and meditation, to connect with her, to help you with the confidence. And she's actually telling me, of course, I don't want to go into a whole lot of details, but she's telling me where this insecurity is coming from, and it stems from your childhood. Okay, she said she knows there has something to do with a struggle with the mother. Okay, that has made you feel insecure about that, and has kind of drilled that into that. Okay, there was a struggle with the mother. Okay, so the Blessed Mother of God, right? She is the ultimate mother, and she is the mother of Jesus. She understands these struggles, and she was a single mom for a while because Joseph died young. Okay, Joseph, her husband, who was supposed to be taking care of Jesus and helping her raise Jesus, She became a single mother because at some point we know Joseph died and she outlived Joseph for many years herself. So she understands that connection. She says that you need nurturing. She wants you to reach out to her for that nurturing. You can say the Hail Mary. It's very simple. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Hail Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. You can say that and simply talk out loud to her and ask for her help and her intervention. Ask for her presence of peace and to help and intervene with your life. She is our intercessor for all humanity, so she understands fully what you're going through, and she'll be more than happy to fulfill that empty space that your mother could not fill for you.
Yeah. Absolutely. David, are you still here? Yeah, she used to beat the brakes off of me. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Lori says, my mom chased me with the broom. Hey, my mom used to hit me with the fly swatter, a wooden spoon. Thank God my mom's not watching. All right, David's here. Yeah.
All right.
Anything was within reach, I got it.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Scout.
There's nothing like, well, if you can mix a mom with a Terminator, you'd have the perfect weapon, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right, Lori. Anything that had within reach, you better believe it.
Okay, so David, let's talk about you. So the very first rune I pull for you is Mana. So this is the rune of wisdom and humanity. I feel like that you're in some sort of career that serves humanity for a greater purpose. Is some sort of care for other people. When I see this, a lot of times I'll see that with people in the medical profession and the human-centered profession. Like counselors, or human. What they call the human services aspect in governments. Where they talk with welfare and those types of human services. I feel like you have a human-centered focus, and that's where your mindset is. It's like you have a mindset to help people, like to help the greater good. The next rune I got is Othala again. So Othala, again, the female rune, the rune of kings, DNA, honor, wisdom, inheritance, but also the Orlog, which is the collective human destiny. Since you are human focused, this would make sense that this rune would come up, because the Orlog is where the entire human destiny is. And I feel like this rune is telling me that you don't know where you fit in that human destiny. You have a sense that you are a responsible party for somehow directing humanity in a certain way, but you don't know what that role is yet. And you can certainly ask heaven to reveal that to you. So the next root I got is Ing. So Ing was the fertility god. This is nature. This is the male aspect of nature, the seeds in nature, prosperity, guidance, the father, and particularly the father role, father protector. So, but the rune is telling me, this rune is telling me that your role is more like protector and being a nurturing, caring father figure is what the role that you are best suited for when it comes to humanity and human services. This is what the runes are saying, that you're seeking that, and that's the role that you are best suited for. And Scott, okay, so Scott is saying, made me who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, right? Everybody's talking about us getting our ass whooped by our mothers when we were kids. All right, Lori, come on up. Lori. Sweet Lori.
Okay. All right, Lori. Next rune I got, the first rune for Lori I got is I was, the rune of communication, death, and regeneration. This rune is making me feel like you've had health problems recently. Did you have health issues? I'm feeling them more in my chest, like respiratory issues, like I struggle with breathing, and it's chronic and it's kind of off and on. But this rune is telling me that you are going to be resting from that. You're going to recover from that. You're going to recover. So this rune is actually telling me to advise you, and the rune is actually advising you, not me, to imagine yourself and your lungs in perfect health. And eventually that will become reality. And the next rune is blank. So when I see a blank rune come up, it means that it's telling me that you need to meditate on that. Okay, this is something that you need to meditate on. So visualize yourself as healthy and like energy going through the cells. I'm being told to visualize pink light, pink energy, starting at the top of the head and flowing to every cell of your body, and particularly the lungs, and opening that up and bringing that health. Okay. And then the next rune I got for you, this rune is Tiwaz. So Tiwaz is victory. So you're going, and I feel like you're going to have that victory in your health. And you've gotten through it. And I feel like you're going to be breathing better, and it's going to be hard to believe that you have such a turnaround in your health that you start considering taking up more physically demanding activities for fun that you couldn't do before because of the breathing issues. The next rune, this is Urus. So Urus is the rune of resilience, strength, but when I also see it, I also see it for healing. It also comes up with issues with healing. And this rune is telling me, yes, healing is going to take place. Trust in the strength. Trust in the strength. So when you're bringing that pink ray in, which is a very powerful ray for healing and mending of the cells, and also for your mind and your spirit, it will help you. It will help you. You will experience healing.
David, that reading was for Lori. And next up is Brittany. Brittany, dear, come down.
Come on, Brittany. Okay. Brittany. Okay, Brittany, I'm going to use the Bloodstone runes here for you. Bloodstone is a great stone for stimulating like the cleansing action in your energy. So I love this Bloodstone. First rune I got for you, Brittany, this is Iwas. So, well, not Iwas, but Isa. It's where we get the English word ice from. So this, when I see this, I usually is a message for pause, for rest or delay. In this case, I feel a call to rest, which means that you meditate or you find rest, you focus on you clear your mind, your thoughts, and focus on you. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. It's time to take care of yourself. So the next rune, Brittany, I got. This guy's been coming up again and again, hasn't he? Ingwas. So Ingwas being fertility, growth, seeds. From this rune, I keep seeing a tremendous garden for you, which it is symbolic. So this rune is telling me that this is now the time to decide what you really want. Don't let, without any limitations. So imagine there's no financial limitations. There isn't any physical limitations. Imagine no limitations. What do you want most, and what life do you want to have most? And it's time to start making those plans and take those small steps towards what you want the most. Okay? It's time to do that. Plant those seeds now, and they will start to come to fruition. The next rune I got is Yara, which is harvest. So these runes are telling me that even though that you think that some of the dreams that you have and some of the desires that you have seem unattainable and impossible to attain, they are actually obtainable. And it's just a matter of you actually planting the seeds, which is figure out what you want and going for it. You take those small steps at the time, and you'll be amazed of what manifests. Just taking that action over time, how much comes to you, how much of that what you thought was impossible to reach or to obtain actually comes to you.
Thank you, Natalie. Brittany, what you need to do is, so that's what I was seeing. I was seeing books. So that answered the question. It was referring to school. She says, I've been thinking about nurse school, but I feel like I'd fail. Maybe that's what this is about. It is. I didn't know what the books was, and books usually refer to class and school. So you answered my question before I can spit it out. But what Angela's telling you is that you can do it. Fear holds us back. Here, fear holds us back from accomplishing our goals. Fear plants us to where we cannot move forward. Fear puts us in a predicament to where we cannot accomplish things that are within reach. Fear keeps us in a corner. You can overcome that. You have to think positive. When I see books and seeing somebody going to school, that tells me that you are capable of doing it. However, is it going to be easy? Probably not. Is it within reach? Yes. Are you going to finish it? Yes. I do see you accomplishing that goal. If I didn't, I'd tell you, but I do. You can do this, Brittany. No matter what you have been told in life, no matter what people have told you, how disregard everything people has said. You're not a piece of dirt. You're not ignorant. I see what people have done to you. I see how people treated you. I see what people said to you. You're very intelligent, regardless of how people's. I'm trying not to air out your past or your present, but you can do this. You can, and you will. You have the power, and you have the mindset, and you have the knowledge and the brains to do it. You've got this, Brittany, doesn't she, Angela?
Absolutely, you
Oh,
got it.
Jackie, thank
It's like,
you.
remember that what you want most is actually something that heaven has put in your heart, right? Even in the Bible, it reads that God has put something in your heart to go pursue, and you'll have resistance of all kinds. And I guarantee the people that have been talking down to you, but those people probably didn't succeed themselves, right? They're failures. They're just trying to project their failures onto you. And understand that you're going to wow them. You're going to wow them. And the best thing you can do is, when people are negative to you, is to go ahead and pursue what you want even
Right,
harder.
absolutely. Brittany, yeah, okay. I see that you made some poor decisions and bad choices in life, but that's behind you. We all done that in life, Brittany, and that's beside us. That's us being humans, but that's not going to judge your future and what's in your reach. No, absolutely not. Because I see you fulfilling that dream, and I know that's true. I mean, I can do a full reading on you and tell you exactly what's happened in your past and what's going on. I'm not going to do that on the air, but yeah, I know, and I can tell you stories that I've seen people and it's gone through the same thing. My heart goes out to you. You have battle scars and you have scars. You may hide them well, but I still see them. You're a bright woman. You got good energy, and you got this. I can tell you can. Well, no, you can. I'm telling you, you can. So, and like Scott says, every day is a new day. We all falter and fail, but even though you may not have the right emotional support from day to day or in the past, surround yourself with the right people and the right crowd, and you got it, right? It is. And I'll leave it at this. Sometimes our family may not be the best, but even though we cannot change family, but we can change how we deal with them. And we'll leave it at that. So I'm not going to get on a rampage. But you got this, Brittany. So that's right. Angela says you got the support from heaven to help reach out and call in your angels. That's right.
Yeah.
Brittany RN. Oh, you're welcome, Brittany. Absolutely. So, absolutely. Thank you, Lori Gibbs, Natalie, and Jackie. We appreciate all the support. It really helps out the channel. Colleen says, in my heart, my rescue been striving for 15 years, work full time, also a full time horse. Yeah. Hello, Pam. Nice to see you, dear. How you doing, Pam Harris? But yes, great energy Brittany has. Got a big heart. And you know what? You need to quit letting people stomp on it. But I'm not going to say anything. Oh, you're okay, Pam. All right. Boy, your show goes by quick every time.
Yes.
Shut the front door. What is wrong? So, yes. So,
yes, it does go very fast. And of course, to find me on Facebook, you might have to Google me first and just type my name, Angela Boley, Psychic Portrait Artist, and I'm like the first result. And you can click on those links, and it'll get you to my website and then also to my Facebook page too. I'm so glad Lori Gibbs is saying, that was a message from me. I have support from heaven. Yes, absolutely. I mean, heaven, I believe, truly puts a desire in our heart, and that desire is God's will. And we're just following it when we follow the desires of our heart.
Our channel was founded by God, and we do things on our channel only through God and through the higher power and all. It is spiritual, and our show will always be spiritual in nature. And everybody on our show only works through God and in a spiritual nature. And each one of our people with abilities, that's the only way they operate. They're all handpicked and tested, and that's the only way we'll ever be. And they're here for support, and their contact information at the bottom of the screen on every show, ladies and gentlemen. Same thing with me, myself, and Mary. But anything we can do to help, just let us know. Yes, glory to God, like Little Twisted said. So thank you, Pam. Amen. It is the truth. And if you don't like it, don't tune into our show. That's the bottom line. We are not going to change our foundation and our base. We welcome criticism, critics, and I will let people speak their words on our show. But like a Little Twisted and everybody with the wrench, we'll let you go within reason. But you're not going to taint our channel, and you're not going to go after people in our live comments in our guests, because our guests are our family members, and we value everybody in our chat and our viewers, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be able to do things with Angela and everybody else on our network to give things to God and get the spiritual message out. So, and I'm greatly appreciate everybody's help and support. And that's from the bottom of my heart. And I really mean that. So, and that's where I say, from coast to coast, around the world, Godspeed, everybody. Good night. Until next time.
Good night.